I dag skal jeg reagere på nogle af de mærkeligste ting, man kan finde inde på Google Earth. Man kan finde mange sjove ting derinde. Måske hvis vi heldig kan vi finde Opinjis hairline. Nej, just kidding, den er helt fucked. Men vi skal i dag reagere på nogle sjove ting. Vi har JK med, vi har Matt med. Let's go. Lad os faktisk bare komme i gang med videoen.
Okay, det er også en jingle.
Hey.
Number 13,
Yeah.
Gobi Desert. Google Earth has revealed a multitude of images of strange titanic structures and patterns carved into the earth. Why is China building these structures in the middle of nowhere? Perhaps the most visibly strange section of the desert is an elaborate grid of perfectly straight lines that weave back and forth among themselves every few hundred feet. This particular design is 20 miles long. There are many others in circular shapes, square grids.
Musikken giver også bare lidt ekstra med dramatikken.
Det gør den virkelig.
Det er jo meget jeg er meget revet med allerede. Det bliver nogle gode minutter, det her, kan jeg mærke.
Det er jo fordi, at kineserne, de advarer... Lad nu være, jeg er i gang med at snakke her. Det er jo fordi, at kineserne er i gang med at advare om angrebet af elefanterne er i gang med at overtage. Ved I godt, hvor mange elefanter vi lige pludselig har på jorden?
Ingen
det ved jeg ikke. Jeg har i hvert fald en i det her opkald, og lige det ved jeg ikke.
3,4 milliarder.
Damn!
Så det, jeg tror, det er det tegnet, men jeg ved det ikke.
Men er det overhovedet... Var det cap, eller var det rigtigt?
Nej, det var cap 3,4 milliarder. Det er mange elefanter. Det er rigtig mange elefanter, så...
What? Det var også sådan helt... Jeg lige bare sagde, og så gik det op for mig, hvilket tal du egentlig sagde.
Ja, anyways.
Secret military bases, although not so secret with Google, weapons testing, spy satellite calibration, and radar instrumentation tests, as well as centers to control the weather. Is anyone else getting kind of nervous about this?
Vi er klar på en anden mission eller sådan noget.
Ja, jeg føler mig helt klar.
Hamad. In 2011, an extreme dredging project began on a small island near Abu Dhabi. Sheikh Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan, billionaire and member of Abu Dhabi's ruling family, had his name carved deep into the sand of Al Futaisi Island. He also owns the island located in the Persian Gulf, so of course he can do whatever he wants with it.
You gotta respect it.
Half-mile tall, and to get...
Altså vi burde gøre det der, og så bare skrive sådan sub til mkjreaktioner eller sådan noget.
Tværs over Danmark.
Ja, præcis. Bare tværs over sådan et eller andet ligegyldigt sted, sådan København og sådan noget for eksempel. Kan vi godt der?
Hamad's letters are so big, they actually create waterways that channel the current and can be seen from outer space. No one knows why he embarked on the bizarre project in the first place. The marine dredging company hired to do the work was told not to ask questions. Then in 2015, the letters vanished, hastily filled in with sand. Rumors are that the vast canal project spelling out someone's name did not fit in with the image Abu Dhabi wants to portray to the world. Number 11. Ghost Island. In 2013, researchers went looking for Sandy Island in the Coral Sea east of Australia. Scientific databases showed the island to be about the size of Manhattan. Discovered in 1876 by a whaling ship, Sandy Island has been included on maps for more than a century, including, obviously, on Google Earth. When the Australian scientists arrived at the location, the only thing they found was open ocean. There was no other island that could have possibly been sandy in sight. It just wasn't there. So what happened to it? Did it sink beneath the waves? It was just a figment of our imagination? It's possible that what the whaling ship had seen was a pumice raft, a floating raft of frothy light rock produced by volcanoes that can float around for years before breaking up. The island had gained so much fame it actually had an obituary published for it in April 2013. In it, the researchers explained how the Phantom Island could have remained in geographical mind and maps due to human error. This undiscovery made headlines around the world and reminds us that despite modern technology, there are still mysteries to be solved in the ocean. Google and National Geographic quickly removed Sandy Island from their maps. Number 10. Giant advertising. It looks like people have discovered the marketing advantages of Google Earth. In Nevada, off the extraterrestrial highway lays an 87,500 square foot likeness of KFC's Colonel Sanders.
It's very fucking Americans. I knew it.
In full color, it's surprising his face isn't blurred out like his other likeness around and on a hillside in Chile, you can see the world's largest Coca-Cola logo, constructed of 70,000 empty Coke bottles. This advertising is a great idea for recycling. Number 9. Super shipwreck.
Det var bare meget miljøvenligt.
Det er det største universe kort nogensinde. Jeg siger stille.
Google's programming or hardware, and that's not Photoshop. In 2003, the SS Hashima, a Bolivian cargo ferry, ran aground and sunk on the Wingate Reef off the coast of Sudan. The ship is 265 feet long and is one of the largest shipwrecks that is now visible on Google Earth. UNESCO has estimated that there are over 3 million shipwrecks lying on ocean floors around the world. Wrecks that lie near the surface of the water or only partially submerged can be seen with satellite imagery of the Earth. Number 8. Pigeon People. This is perhaps one of the most infamous images to arise from Google's Street View, and it is definitely creepy. The group of pigeon-masked people are standing outside the Mitaka station in Musashino, Tokyo, Japan. Did they plan this?
Det ser scary ud, men er vi ikke enige om, det måske bare en vennegruppe, der vidste, at Google Earth lige vil komme forbi den der, og sådan, lad os bare prank dem for sjov.
Præcis, 100%.
It's not that deep, though.
Har I nogensinde set en Google Earth-vogn? Sådan en bil?
Nej.
Nej.
Jeg ved, altså, jeg gad fandme godt at have været der et sted.
Ja, same. Men altså, jeg havde 100% lige ladet den der, I ved, med tommelfingeren og pegefingeren.
Jeg havde taget
ned på bukserne.
Jeg havde taget min bukser ned.
Okay.
Altså, jeg har set en.
Har du?
Ja, og det er bare sådan, der sidder bare lidt sådan en lille ting ovenpå, der bare drejer rundt hele tiden ovenpå. Sådan en helt standard bil, der er ikke en vogn eller noget, det er bare sådan en standard bil, hvor der sidder sådan en, der står så Google Earth sådan noget på siden. Og så drejer den bare rundt op på toppen.
Stakkels mand, der bare har fået til job, at han skal køre hele verden rundt.
Ja, virkelig. Jeg tror ikke, det er én mand, der gør det.
Jeg tror, det er
langt projekt. Han er gang i dag i hvert fald.
One thing's for sure, they continue to stare at the Google car as it passed them.
Looks
like some people missed the memo. Number 7. Pentagram. One thing's for sure, this is no crop circle or accident. This pentagram was placed there on purpose. Located in Kazakhstan, this is sure to lead any suspicious mind to the devil's door. The five-pointed star, surrounded by a circle, measures 1,200 feet in diameter. Located on the shore of a desolate lake, the pentagram shows up crystal clear on Google Maps if you wanted to look it up yourself. When the image first rose from the underworld to the internet, many were quick to link it and Google to devil worship. The pentagram is actually an ancient symbol.
Du ved bare 58-årige Jane inde på Facebook sidder og siger, det er sådan et eller andet gør med vaccinen. Det er fucking, de er ude efter os altså. Det er Illuminati.
Ja, og det er det største facts desværre.
It turns out that this is simply a park. Archaeologist Emma Usmanova has worked in the region for years and explained that its pathways were purposefully designed to create the shape of a star. The star is marked by roads lined with trees, making the shape stand out. The star was a popular symbol during the Soviet Union, and many guess that the site may have been an abandoned Soviet campground. Number 6. Desert Spiral. Google Maps has frozen this double spiral in time. When people first saw the formation located in the Egyptian desert
100%.
near the coast of the Red Sea, all kinds of theories arose. Crop circle, alien message, even a portal to an alternate universe. It's too large and perfectly designed to have been created by any one person.
Prøv at tænke, vores børnebørn, ikke? Lad os sige det, at sådan aliens kommer til jorden. Okay, lad os lige tage det scenarie. Og så sådan, ens børnebørn tager en alien med hjem på byen. Se, hvad jeg lige har scoret. Vil det ikke være weird?
Jeg har bare været impressed.
Det er også det, du siger færdig i orden. Det der.
By 3 women. Known as the Desert Breath, it is a super-sized art installation created by Dast Art Team, a trio of Greek artists in March of 2007.
Jeg har aldrig set det
før. The piece covers an area of about 10 hectares. According to the artist, it's meant to celebrate the desert as a state of mind and a landscape for the mind. The spiral is made up of cones from the sand and is subject to natural erosion. Over time, it will disappear and become part of the desert plain once more. Number 5. Syrian Holes. Images of the current civil war in Syria is by no means new to the internet. While the destruction on a human level has been caught by photographers and news coverage, satellites have also recorded the damage to hundreds of archaeological sites. All 6 of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the country, which are considered widely to be one of the oldest occupied areas on Earth, have been damaged or destroyed. You can see the destruction for yourself if you look up Apamea via Google Earth. The location of the ancient Roman city is now a sea of pockmarked holes stretching over the entire area left by looters since the start of the war. Both looters and treasure hunters have dug over 4,000 holes looking for uncovered treasure treasures to sell on the black market to finance the war. These holes are about 2 meters across, and in some cases are even used as weapons. Number 4. Scientology Bunker. Located in a remote area of New Mexico, this image of a mysterious pair of 2 large diamonds surrounded by overlapping circles are etched onto the desert floor. It is believed to be a navigation marker for spacecraft. The Church of Scientology compound in New Mexico is shrouded in mystery. There is a building which leads to an underground vault and miles of tunnels under the mountain. The symbols on the desert floor are supposed to help guide Scientologists to a safe haven after returning to Earth from a planetary Armageddon. The symbol is believed to be trademarked by Scientologists.
Jeg vil bare sige, med alt den konspiration der omkring aliens, hvis jeg ikke når at få bekræftet et alien, eller se et alien i min levetid, så er jeg totalt skuffet.
Jeg tænkte, at vi gør sådan, hvis vi gør sådan, internet det breaker bare sådan, og bare til at se det over på TikTok.
Ja, yeah. True. Og det værste, alien, det er sikkert bare sådan en lille, klam, sådan, mutant rotte på sådan 4 centimeter.
Hvad?
I stedet for sådan nogle store seje nogen på sådan 4 meter, der siger blæh.
Jeg vil hellere, at de er 10 centimeter, end de er 4 meter.
Nej, hvis jeg ser en alien, så skal jeg... Nej, hvis jeg ser en alien, så skal jeg være bange for den. Jeg skal tænke, den kunne spise mig, jeg skal være sådan græde mig selv i søvn hver aften.
Okay.
Mere end jeg gør i forvejen.
Ja.
Okay,
deep, but... Ja. Fint.
Ja, fair ikke?
Det var bare mit take på det.
Vilde fantasier, du har der.
Ja, præcis. Big up aliens. Big up aliens.
Japanese ghost town. Hashima, Japan was a town used for coal mining for decades, located 9 miles from Nagasaki. But in the 1970s, production stopped and all the inhabitants moved to the mainland. The island has been left uninhabited for almost 40 years, and the place that used to hold 5,000 residents is now deemed unsafe. You can still see it via Google Earth, and it was actually the location of Javier Bardem's lair in the James Bond film Skyfall. So if you make a movie, you can spend all the time you want there. Though based on these images, I don't know if I would want to. Number 2, Murder Doc. This image caused quite a stir when it was discovered on the internet. Nothing like a nice sunny day on the lake with a little bit of murder. It looks like someone tried to get rid of an unwanted body off this dock in the Netherlands. And now for number 1, but first make sure to subscribe.
Hun kan ikke bare sådan stoppe uden at give os kontekst.
Nej, jeg synes det var den mest spændende af dem alle sammen.
Ja, præcis.
Går bare
her kan I se det her. Ingenting mere at sige. Det er fordi det er hende der lavede mor eller sådan noget.
Eller fordi det er aliens.
Altså jeg vil sige, jeg læste omkring det, og det er sådan lidt antiklimatisk, men sådan, altså, man er sådan rimelig meget fundet frem til, at der bare ikke rigtig noget. Det var altså højst sandsynligt bare en våd hund eller sådan noget.
Ej!
Ja.
Jo, JK.
Præcis.
Eller jo, fint, der ikke var en, der døde.
Ja, præcis. Hvad mener du med, at det ikke var et mor? What the fuck, dude?
Goddammit.
For dårligt.
Ja.
Number 1, Airplane Graveyard. This might be one of the biggest and coolest graveyards you'll ever see. Located in Tucson, Arizona, the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is where U.S. military planes often find their final resting place. The cemetery stretches 2,600 acres and has been nicknamed the Boneyard. While the site is closed to the general public, modern-day technology holds nothing sacred, not even the dead, and images of it are available for all to see on Google Earth and other interactive maps. And it is something to see indeed.
Jeg vil se en site med en hide and seek der.
Okay.
Det bliver aldrig færdigt.
It is home to everything from enormous cargo planes to bombers, Hercules freighters, A-10 Thunderbolts, and the F-14 Tomcat fighters made famous in Top Gun. Storage yards serve several purposes: to store aircraft that are temporarily out of service but may return to the fleet, reclaim parts, and dismantle aircraft carcasses. Many of the planes at the Boneyard date back to the Cold War or Vietnam, including B-52 bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons. According to The Independent, the B-52s were stored removed and placed on the ground to prove to Soviet satellites they had been taken out of service. The first retired B-52 was brought back to life in the Boneyard in February 2015, taking off after upgrades to return to duty.
Wow, det var interessant, spændende. Ja. Jeg kan lide det. Mange sjove ting at finde på Google Earth. Hvad var jeres favorit?
Ja, jeg synes, der manglede nogle aliens.
Ja. Det er true.
Jeg kan godt lide den der med fuglene. Jeg synes, det var meget
sjovt. Det var sådan ret planlagt. Jeg kan godt lide det.
Ja.
Ret gennemført. Ja, når der også var gennemført, det er den her video nu. Den er slut i hvert fald. Så ja, i morgen er fredag. Hey, let's go. Jeg glæder til i morgen. Det bliver fucking godt. Det er weekend i morgen. Let's fucking go. Og sådan en god dag i dag, for vi ved bare, det er torsdag i dag, og det er i morgen og fredag, der er weekend. Det er så lækkert.
Vi er over 10 minutter. Altså, I love it.
Ja, det er faktisk så okay. Ja, anyway, så vi ses.